Elizabeth Metzger, Pinkus Klapper, Josef Uhl, Erwin Haas, Alexander Szewczak, Henryk Ornstein, Aaron Belk, Anna Pan, Bruno Pol, Simone Gottlieb, Ludwig Winghausen, Shmuel Katzenelet-Bogen.
There are demonstrations all over the country against particular kinds of war, against nuclear destruction. The politicians talk about defense, but actually there is no defense. There is only war. There is only killing millions of people. This is a rather difficult situation. It is a great problem which man is facing. One side wants to expand in its own way. The other is aggressively pushing, selling arms, bringing about certain definite ideologies, and invading lands. Man is now posing a question he should have put to himself many years ago, not at the last moment. He has been preparing for wars all the days of his life. Preparation for war seems unfortunately to be our natural tendency. Having come a long way along that path, we are now saying, what shall we do? What are we, human beings, to do? Actually facing the issue, what is our responsibility? This is what is really facing our present humanity, not what kinds of instruments of war we should invent and build. We always bring about a crisis and then ask ourselves what to do. The question we must put to ourselves, in spite of the immediate action to be taken, is whether it is possible to stop all wars, not a particular kind of war, the nuclear or the orthodox, and find out most earnestly what are the causes of war. Until those causes are discovered, dissolved, whether we have conventional war or the nuclear form of war, we will go on and man will destroy man. So we should ask, what are essentially, fundamentally, the causes of war? Why man prepares to murder legally, meaning war? Why is there, one must ask, this division? The Russian, the American, British, French, German, and so on. Why is there this division between man and man, between race and race, culture against culture, one series of ideologies against another? Why is there this separation? Man has divided the earth as yours and mine. Why? Is it that we try to find security, self-protection in a particular group or in a particular belief, faith? Religions also have divided men, put men against men, the Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Jews, and so on. Nationalism, with its unfortunate patriotism, is really a glorified form of tribalism. In a small tribe, or in a very large tribe, there is a sense of being together, having the same language, superstitions, the same kind of political, religious system. And one feels safe, protected, happy, comforted. And for that safety, comfort, we are willing to kill others who have the same kind of desire, to feel safe, to feel protected, to belong to something. This terrible desire to identify oneself with a group, a flag, a religious ritual, and so on, gives us the feeling that we have roots, that we are not homeless wanderers. There is the desire, the urge to find one's roots. And also we have divided the world into economic spheres, with all their problems. Perhaps one of the major causes of war is heavy industry. When industry and economics go hand in hand with politics, they must inevitably sustain a separative activity to maintain their economic stature. All countries are doing this, the great and the small. The small are being armed by the big nations, some quietly, others openly. Is the cause of all this misery, suffering, and the enormous waste of money on armaments the visible sustenance of pride, of wanting to be superior to others? It is our earth, not yours or mine or his. We are meant to live on it, helping each other, not destroying each other. This is not some romantic nonsense, but the actual fact. But man has divided the earth, hoping thereby that in the particular he is going to find happiness, security, a sense of abiding comfort. Until a radical change takes place and we wipe out all nationalities, all ideologies, all religious divisions, and establish a global relationship psychologically first, inwardly before organizing the outer, we shall go on with wars. If you arm others, if you kill others, whether in anger or by organized murder, which is called war, you, who are the rest of humanity, not a separate human being fighting the rest of mankind, are destroying yourself. This is the real issue, the basic issue, which you must understand and resolve. Until you are committed, dedicated to eradicate this national, economic, religious division, you are perpetuating war. You are responsible for all wars, whether nuclear or traditional. This is really a very important and urgent question. Whether man, you, can bring about this change in yourself. Not say, if I change, will it have any value? Won't it be just a drop in a vast lake and have no effect at all? What is the point of my changing? That is a wrong question. It is wrong because you are the rest of mankind. You are the world. You are not separate from the world. You are not an American, Russian, Hindu, or Muslim. You are apart from these labels and words. You are the rest of mankind because your consciousness, your reactions are similar to the others. You may speak a different language, have different customs. That is superficial culture. All cultures apparently are superficial. But your consciousness, your reactions, your faith, your beliefs, your ideologies, fears, anxieties, loneliness, sorrow, and pleasure are similar to the rest of mankind. If you change, it will affect the whole of mankind. War can only be understood and put an end to if you and all those who are concerned very deeply with the survival of man feel that you are utterly responsible for killing others. What will make you change? What will make you turn your face against all division, religious, national, ethical, and so on? Will more suffering? But you have had millions of years of suffering, and man has not changed. He still pursues the same tradition, same tribalism, same religious divisions of my God and your God. The gods and their representatives are invented by thought. They have actually no reality in daily life. Most religions have said that to kill human beings is the greatest sin. Long before Christianity, the Hindus said this, the Buddhists said it. Yet people kill in spite of their belief in God or their belief in a savior. They still pursue the path of killing. Will the reward of heaven or the punish of hell change you? That too has been offered to man, and that too has failed. No external imposition, law, system will ever stop the killing of man. nor will any intellectual, romantic conviction stop wars. They will stop when you, as the rest of humanity, see the truth that as long as there is division in any form, there must be conflict. Unless you deeply understand this, feel this in your blood, in your way of looking at life, in your actions, you are supporting organized murder, which is called war. The world is sick, and there is no one outside you to help you except yourself. We have had leaders, every kind of external agency, including God. They have had no effect. They have in no way influenced your psychological state. They cannot guide you. No teacher, no guru, no one can make you strong inwardly, supremely healthy. As long as you are in disorder, as long as your house is not kept in a proper condition, you will create the external prophet, and he will always be misleading you. Your house is in disorder, and no one on this earth or in heaven can bring about order in your house. Unless you yourself understand the nature of disorder, the nature of conflict, the nature of division, your house, that is you, will always remain in disorder, at war. Man has put together ideologies, and these ideologies which man has made are against each other. Until these ideologies end, and man becomes responsible for other human beings, there cannot possibly be peace in the world.